Alright, so if we start this, let's see what happens. Hello, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackblade, and today we are playing Desynced. It's Try It Tuesdays, and we're playing some non-standard games. If you're new to my channel, you might know that most of the time we're playing Satisfactory. But we're trying out some different stuff, and this game has always fascinated me. I've played it a lot, and never really dove into the biggest aspect of this game, which is that you can do visual node scripting for the behaviors of your buildings and your little bots that are driving around. So you don't have conveyor belts in this factory game, instead you have these little boys driving around. So I thought, let's do a new game here. Do they have something else? I don't want to play tower defense, I don't want to play versus. Let's roll a seed a little bit here. Okay, so two big resources that we need to start looking for here. The first one is these. We need the metal ore, and that's quite simple. That's nothing we need to concern ourselves with. The big one, what do you have? All right. The big one that we also need is crystals. So these are engineers. This is our scout. So let's use the scout to check around quickly. We want to see what we have around us. Okay, there's some explorable over there. The scout picked up. And here we go. That's some crystal. That's a lot of crystal. That's good. And we want that to be relatively close to each other. For the simple reason that, as you can see here, the energies of this is going down. And if I hover above this, you can see that there's a little bit of a aura around that command center. That is because that's where we get our power from. And we need to basically have both our crystal and our metal within that circle. Okay, so there we go. That's a big one. Here's where we want to be. Okay, so and this is, we need to watch out for these because there's like angry boys on top of these. Like enemies will attack us from these plateaus, so we just gotta be careful about that. Let's just bring over these guys, all of them. Come over here. Meanwhile, the scout can pick up everything there. Alright, so big thing we can do here is we can go in and we can change behaviors and make behaviors and stuff. We're going to be looking at that, but to get to that point, we first need our base. And we are going to put that base up here. So we are very close to both of them. That means that both are and these are engineer bots, but they have a laser mining tool on them. And we just got a couple of runners. And what I'm going to do is, if we're going to the build, you can see we have a few buildings here. There's nothing, like we don't have any folders or anything like that yet. If we look at the storage block, we do need to make sure that there's space around this, right? But let's set up storage and storage, right? And let's take you guys off the logistics network. That means that they are not going to be fulfilling orders. So these are going to be on that, but these are not. So one of them I'm telling you, go mine this. It's not going to be doing anything else because it's not, it's not on the logistics network. So it's not going to be interested in doing anything except just existing, right? And then same thing over here. That one's also out of the logistics network, and then we're telling that one, hey, go over and mine this. So that's going to pick up iron, and then what we can do is we can take this and put it in here. So that's now equipped. It automatically equips it in one of these slots. It's a medium slots, and those are internal sockets for like extra stuff. You can see that the power cell here, for example, one of those internal slots. And then we have another small fabricator. So let's have both of you equipped. We don't need to have you. That's a visual thing. So if I'm telling this, for example, make metal bars. Like make infinite metal bars. There. And we take this and drag here. Boop. Now it will have that symbol. Like, so it's an easy way for you to visually control what's going on. Now let's go in here. You can see like this is the storage. So we can have a little bit of a visual thing here. Let's move this over. And this one, I think if I can place this down. And let's give it over here. Boop. So it's now building that. It's like an extra thing we got for some reason. Boom. And that one already had all of the stuff in it. That's the point of it. So now that that's full, here's what we want to do. They only need 10 of each, right? So if I tell you, hey, pick up 20 of those. Whoop. Now it means that those are being built. Now that they are, let's see. You guys are on the, yep, they are. You can also skip being on the logistics network. I'm going to use you for a lot of exploration. But with this, we know that we always have this. I can also do this, right? So instead of, I can do this, right? Deliver and supply. I'm not going to be serving construction sites. But let's turn you on again. So there. Now it's still not going to move. It's still going to only care about mining. Same as this. But if we do the same thing over here, it doesn't deliver there. I'm gonna double check that I didn't do this wrong here. There, now you can see that that one takes and brings in there. Let's double check here. There. That's what it's supposed to do. So now they will, like everything else, will pick up from these and deliver. Then the kind of the point, what I want to do here is store. Boop. So now that they are ordered to store like that, it means that when they're full, these little ones that are more general use on the network, like they can do a little bit of everything. Like, they're all on channel 1, right? But they can serve construction, request, supply, and deliver items. They will do that. So these guys can't supply, so they won't move, because they can't supply this, right? But they can tell others, like, hey, I'm supposed to do that. So the order still exists. So the ones that do have supply on the same channel, they will. That's probably, like, too convoluted of an explanation, but I find it like an easy way of explaining what's going on. I'm going to cancel that order. We already have that one doing that thing. So let's just put you to do metal plates. And then we want to see, we want to make this. So now that it is making our metal plates, we want to make one, boop, assembler. Assembler is like a step up from fabricator. It can make a little bit more like advanced manufacturing. And we want that. So it's just literally waiting for this. It's done. And now I will switch that out. Boop. And now we can go in here and you can see we have other stuff we can do now. Now what we can do, go in here. And we know that we need to process more metal products and stuff like that. But I also happen to know in the research tree over here, like new starter tech, when we get the uplink, we will have more stuff that we need to take care of. So we are currently processing, we got a little bit of metal plates. I am going to cancel that for now and put that one in there. Perfect. Now we can access the tech tree. So here, basic structures. If we go for this one first, we will get a small building that has 2 S slots. And I will start with researching that one. And it will take 30 of the metal plates, right? So if we just take like, okay, there's already a bunch of this. I will just cancel this and set it to make an infinite amount of metal plates instead. And now it will take from its own supply and just make that instead. Quite simple. And since this needs a certain amount, it already has a lot of what it needed. You can make a little bit more of these runner robots for us. So they have good movement speed. They're great for moving stuff around. These like smaller ones. The worker bots are better for like if we are making miners, stuff like that. There we go. Basic structures. Perfect. So what this means is if we go into the build now, we have more stuff unlocked. So this is the first one we have, the same as this one. If we cancel that, you can see it's a single slot thing. But what I want now is the double slotted buildings. And what I want to do with this, and now we have 2 of these. Let's just move you over there. Boop. Deconstructing you. And because we haven't set up a behavior for it, this isn't going to be picked up automatically. We need to tell people to pick this stuff up. Let's see. So we move over our iron stuff there, pick this up, move this over, boop. So now I have a little bit of space. Let's set up, and this is what I normally do in the beginning, is let's set up 4 of you, and then I want let's put up 2 of you, and you can see that I'm putting spaces between everything. Is because we don't have like belts, but these can still get like stuck. So this is a very, very like simple start. I am trying to keep it as simple as possible so you guys can follow along here. But generally what happens later down the line is you more and more turn into all of this process is like automated by behaviors. We can take a look at it. If we go into there, and if we make a new behavior here, we can create everything that has like like functions like this. Like we can make them to serve, can make turret bots, make producer, miner, carriers, like build registered, math. We can help them like do all of this kind of stuff. Like they can check if there's low battery, go charge. If it's damaged, go repair. Like whatever it is. So there's a lot of stuff that we can change with behavior. So if we do this new behavior, I can delete you. I'm not going to be doing anything with that. In a little bit we might start, but generally I haven't played around with. I've used like workshop items to make the stuff that I want up until this point. But one of the things I would like to try is to actually make things work on my own kind of thing. So blueprints are going to be very important, which we're going to be having as well. You can see here. So we will literally just be working on that. Now we have one of those set up. So we will put over one of those and tell it, hey, make an infinite amount of those. Now we will just move this over. You guys stop producing for now. We need to set it up proper. And there we go. I'm trying to keep my voice a little bit calmer. I'm not as woohoo as I normally am because I haven't had a voice for like 4 days. So this is first time talking this much this long in a little while. But I'm just basically going to be doing this and set up the... What I'm going to do is keep building these kinds of things. I have set up the storage for making the iron plate or metal bars. And then we have the metal plates. Then I made two of the more advanced ones. You need the fabricators or assemblers to make them. Like if you look in here, you can see they are the advanced within quotation mark materials. These are still very easy to make. And in here, I'm making these. I've also changed this up. So you can see I've set the visual. You can see here, this is empty. And instead I have made it so that these are linked to that storage. So this is the storage setting. All buildings have this. This is the store. Where do I store stuff? So I just told all of, like, these four store here. So these runners will make sure that that happens. So what we're going to do with these last three ones is we're just going to say, hey, let's connect you up to the logistics network. Now let's check the exploration. So if I want to investigate over here, it's like, oh my god, view console, and I need to solve a puzzle to get stuff. So if I need to click so that everything turns blue, right? There, but this is always fun to try and figure out. There we go. Whoop. And where did I get? Shared storage. Okay, so this allows me to dump excess items. So yeah, now we can advance our technology a little bit more because of that. Now, let's see here. Now, I'm going to basically take this setup, and I'm going to research. As you can see here, like, we need like that stuff to unlock the next level, which is what I want. I want that building with 2 medium slots. And let's see, I also want the behaviors where you have that shared storage, and I also have the behavior controller so that I can put in the custom behaviors. And I kind of want to make sure that I research those. So let's set research. These are also, I need to make that first and then that. But something that I need to keep a track of is, I can only have 3 in the queue. But yeah, something that I need to keep a track of is also I need to have power. So I'm going to research basic power and power transference as well. And when that's done, I'm going to get back to you. All right, so we're going to be setting up something fun. Let's go into the library. Like, here's a, I don't know why that's a blueprint now. No. I did. Okay, whatever. We're making a new blueprint. This one is going to be using this setup. So in the first slot, we want a fabricator. Second one, we want this. We don't want them linked up to the visual. We want to decide this one ourselves. And we're going to be setting this to make reinforced plates. And we want it to make an infinite amount. Oh, sorry. That was the visual thing. Boom. Up. So that's in there. And here, we set it, hey, make these guys. Right? So now this is what it's going to be doing. And we want to set up. So if we look at these, we can see that they need metal bars and they need metal plates. So we just set that up. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong one. There, and that's what they need. And then we can set fix slot to an item, boop, and then fix slot to an item here. So all of this is pre-set for us, so we don't need to change that. And then what we can just do is we can change, I think that's saved, yeah, but is it I'm just looking at how I can change the name of the blueprint. Is that here? Let's see. What are they called? Reinforced plates. Reinforced plates. let's just call it like this. Duo reinforced plate. So that's going to be its name. Now, what we can easily do is, when we want to build, boop. Let's see, I don't even know. Okay, so now it's in faction blueprints. Boom. That means, in our library, we now have the duo reinforced plates. Now I can build that. Which means now we can start looking at scaling things up quite significantly. Quite easily. And we will be making a bunch of these different like blueprints and stuff for all of this. One of the things, or like two of the things that we do need a lot of that we tend to lose very quickly, or like for some I don't really know why, but like circuit boards, these ones, and the reinforced plates, these we need a lot of, and we will never have enough of them. So we're going to be making 2 of these, and then we go into library and we duplicate and we edit one of them, and we call you duo circuit boards. There, and then we change this to make an infinite amount of our circuit boards instead. And then we just change fixed to an item, boom, because it still needs the metal plates, but it does need crystals now instead. Oh, there we go. And then we just change this, fixed to an item, circuit boards, fixed to an item, circuit boards, done. And now we have the duo circuit boards over here, and I'm gonna leave 2 spaces here, boom, and then that means we will now have all of this set up. You can hear the mining lasers go pew 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 pew. That's the duo reinforced duo circuit boards. I haven't changed the symbol. I was like, why is it the wrong symbol? So these are things you always need to check in your blueprints. So if you've been screaming in the comments, hey, why is it showing the wrong symbol? That's because I haven't changed this in my library. And that's how easy it is to edit it as well. Like, boom, that's done. Now I don't have to care about that. Alright, so I ran into a little bit of a snag. I am using too much power. So a couple of things that we need to do that. I am building the Duo Starter Crystal Power blueprint, which is this. They are crystal power. They just burn crystals and make power for us, which isn't great from a power, like a resource conscious standpoint. 100% agree with anyone who makes that call, but we need power, and we currently don't have the ability to build the ones that I do want, which is this. Or no, we do. Okay, we can build the solar cells. So something that I do kind of want to set up then is a blueprint for it. So let's make a new blueprint. Boom. And what I do want is this small with 2 sockets base. And I do want the solar cell, but I also want the small power field. This will basically make sure that we extend the logistics area. If we look here and I show logistics network, we will also extend this because of that power node. So let's go in here. It's going to already set the total value. Yeah. Empty socket. What we want here? We want capacitors. Oh, because we want these to store energy during the night and give us, it's like, so that they work during the day as well. So for each of these, this is what we're going to need. And we're going to be calling these starter solar power or solar node. Nice. Okay. So that's the case with those. Then I can just go in here and grab those. We know that that's the middle there at least. So let's just go, hey, all the way down here. We do want to find the middle. Right? 1, 2, 3. How many are there? So weird. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the middle. And that is the middle. Okay, I did do it right before. Because that is going to expand our perimeter in a very specific way that we do want. Boom. And you can see how slow this is, and we will fix that in a bit. Now, I have gone a little bit further here. I have started setting up a little bit of a simple mall for building stuff, so it's a lot easier. I don't have to make everything in here. They can just grab from over here. And what we can see as well is I'm starting to run out of the starter resources. The big crystal chunks and the big metal chunks are gone, so I'm going to have to start venturing out. And that is kind of on purpose because I want all of this space to be more mall and research centers and stuff like that. So we are going to be moving the industrialization further away. And on that note, we also need something else. If we do look here, one of the things that we've unlocked over here is silicon. And we will be needing this to actually unlock the next level, where we get my favorite bot, Twin Bot, for mining, because it can have 2 mining turrets on it. And we also get the 2 medium building variant. I love this one too, as a science center and stuff like that. So we are getting places. My big thing is that I do want to reach this and get our portable transporter, and I do want this behavior controller play with that a little bit before we end off today. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So we have all of these nice bots. This is the scout that we started with, right? But if we go here, I have also made a few, they're called dash bots, and they have capacitors and everything for extra power. I've basically set up this dash bot with a small power field to extend that, and I'm using their stored power, and there's another 10,000 power, so that we can go outside of the normal power field and make sure that there's no like threats, and we can start mining the silicon up here. So as you can see, these bot glitches are for a certain like tech tree, like certain progress in the game that I don't necessarily want to start messing with yet. And then you have power flowers. Honestly, don't know what these are. They are a new thing to me. I haven't seen them. I haven't played since they came in. But what I am looking for is the enemies. There we go. They're enemies. So what we want to do is we want to take these guys out. Boom. And that... Man. There are some good stuff here. Yeah, we need to take out that bug hole. Alright, we are back in the game. Or rather, I am back in the game. I just ate dinner. I've spent all day playing this because I really wanted to show you guys what we can do with the visual mode scripting, and also try the visual mode scripting. So I'm gonna equip one of these because you need a component to be able to do this, and that component is the behavioral controller. And I've gotten one of those, and then I don't know if it is the scout radar or the portable radar that I need, so I'm going for the portable radar, and I hope that's the correct one. So yeah, I've been building up some like power and power storage over here. I've been increasing a bunch of stuff, but in doing so, I've also messed a bunch of stuff up. You can see that there's a bunch of stuff on the ground that I would need to clean up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cleaner program that does that for me, and I'm going to use this twin bot to do it. And I've put on a solar cell and a small battery so that it can like function day and night and everything, and even if it goes outside of the perimeter, which it shouldn't, if I do this correctly. Okay, so create new behavior. Program start. And what we're going to be doing first is... So if we set it so that this means that it has to do that. Let's add a parameter, and that parameter... Wait. That's the wrong thing to do here. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. So it first needs to check, like, am I on the grid? Because I only care about what's happening, like, in the grid. On the logistics grid, or logic grid. If it is full... Let's not be doing this dumb, okay? What is it we want to do? Okay, so if we break this down, we want this to basically use the radar right? We want to tell you, hey, you go check for this. Beep, and it found it, right? So then we want... Can I tell that to go into parameter 1? Boom. That works. I also want to scan for this. And then I want to connect that to this. Value 1 is parameter 1. Value 2 is parameter 2. If they are equal, this is my attempt. Alright, so if we start this, let's see what happens. It goes to compare and then it stops. Okay, so there's something with the comparison. Alright, I have done it, and just to keep it simple, this is what I did. So I found a scout command here. Can't find it now just because of that. Scout. There, in the move, we have scout range, and I took scout range and set that to parameter 2. Parameter 2 is everything in the logistics network, so it's going to be scouting everything inside this. And when it finds something in there, like as in this, what it's found by the scanner, then it's going to move to the parameter 1 source and pick up that. And then it's going to drop it off here at the destination, which is this storage block. So if we play this, boom, you can see now it's moving, it's like scanning, it's like, okay, where am I going, where am I going? I found something, okay, pick that up, boop, boop, boop. So we picked up all of that, and it just moves it into this. And then it keeps going around, and it found something new, boop, and it picks that up. So you're gonna keep doing that and clean everything up, and I don't have to do anything. This is the last big thing that I really wanted to show. This is, in my opinion, what makes this game so unique is that you can actually get really, really good at this and automate pretty much the entire game. And the world is infinite. So this world generates kind of like a Minecraft world, so it just keeps expanding and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. So you can literally go like automate the expansion of your base, everything from like building the buildings to building more bots and adapting to like needing more resources, whatever it is. You can set all of that up using these scripts, and like you can put the same kind of behavior into the buildings that you can also do in the robots. So yeah, it's really, really cool. And I've always really liked this game, but I've always been a little bit intimidated by the visual node scripting. But if you guys really like this, if you want to see more of this, if you want to be here and join me on a trip to learn visual node scripting and figuring this stuff out, and then and like make the really cool mega stuff here, then I'm all for it. But I need you guys to tell me in the comments. I need you to like this video a lot, like put all the thumbs up, subscribe, share this video, and everything. Give me tips. If you know visual node scripting, do you have any tips for what to do without me having to go and look up like courses on the stuff? Like, it would be cool to just explore and see what we can come up with. But what if you know this stuff, what is your suggestion to make that a little bit easier for myself? Now, I have been doing this way too long today, so I need to go put together this video because it's Try It Tuesday, but it's like 8:30 in the evening already, and I need to get this out before midnight. So yeah, I gotta get in the editing room. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm very happy to be back after having been sick for so long, and I just hope that you guys like this video, and otherwise I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great one, and I love you. Bye!